Let's keep talking about some additional selection tools. By the way, keyboard shortcuts for these selection tools that we're talking about in these videos. So M is for your marquee tools, and that is for both rectangular and elliptical. So even though you get to the tool in the toolbar with the keystroke, you do have to then select which one you want. Same thing for L for lasso tools. If you were looking for whatever one's not coming up first, it's going to be the one you used most recently. So if you're always using polygonal, then that will be useful. But yeah, L, M, L, and then W for the next ones we're going to talk about. And that includes quick selection tool, object selection tool, magic wand. And I'm going to do probably separate videos on some of these and show you some different ways to use them. We'll start with quick selection tool. So I have here this squid, I think it is, and I made a bright green layer behind it. So the idea is we want to use the quick selection tool to select part of the white background and hide it. So it does a really good job of just, and I'm going to move the contextual taskbar out of there for a second. I kind of click and drag. Hold on. I think I need to make the brush a little bigger. Oh, I see what I've got it on take away from selection. So I made one selection, but it's not going to do anything else because I don't have add to clicked. But this one does work with the left and right brackets on your keyboard, which are going to be over by backspace or delete. And you can make the brush size bigger or smaller. So I'm going to make it, whatever size, make my way around. And it's not going to be perfect necessarily, but it does a pretty good job of filling in a whole shape or sort of guessing roughly where it is you're trying to make a selection. And it works a bit like the magnetic lasso tool that I showed you recently, but slightly different. It's more shapy than that. What I'm going to do there is it over selected parts of these tentacles, so I'm going to remove from selection on some of those, and here I need to make my brush smaller because I have a very intricate area to select there, and it went just a little bit too far. Make that brush even a touch smaller with the bracket keys. Yeah, and it's being a little finicky, so I might need to mess with that area or adjust it through the mask later or whatever. But it's not too bad. That's decent. So then what we'll do is from contextual taskbar or from layers, click mask. Now here, I needed to invert it. Happens, so I'll do that from here. Invert selection, then mask it, and then you can see it's hidden the white background decently. This is what the mask looks like. Sorry, that's disabling. This is what the mask looks like, and it's a little sloppy, but this can be a useful tool in some cases. There are tools that I think are much better than this now, but this is one where you start with a kind of quick and dirty selection, and then probably going to get back into that mask with brushes now and start to refine what I'm hiding and revealing from there. So yeah, and obviously there would be a fair amount of cleanup if I went with it as it selected it by default, because it was not perfect or even close, but that is one of our selection tools.